Want to make a podcast? Spotify's got a platform that's going to let you make one super easily. And then you can distribute it everywhere and even earn money doing this. All in one place. And it's free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters. Here's how it works. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and even edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. Then you can distribute your podcast to Spotify and everywhere else podcasts are heard.
You know, ever since we discovered Spotify for Podcasters, it's been really great. Really get the people involved and ask questions and get ideas for new podcasts. So it's really helped us. And, you know, I highly recommend you give it a try. So download the Spotify for Podcasters app or go to www.spotify.com/podcasters to get started.
If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
In Dallas, Texas, 3 shots were fired at President Kennedy's motorcade in downtown Dallas.
December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy.
You don't know what you're talking about, do you, sir?
Because people have got to know whether or not their president's a crook. Well, I'm not a crook. I've earned everything I've got. If you don't like what we tell you to believe in, we'll kill you.
All right, kids. Listen.
Don't
Podcast
listen to this.
if you're not of age.
What's of age?
Of age is like you can make your own decisions in life without parental guidance. 18
16?
18. We're not in Atlanta.
Georgia is 16.
We're not in Atlanta. That's what I said. We're not in Atlanta. This is 18 and up. Look,
Atlanta.
we're a bunch of dudes, and we're going to say some really bad words, and probably some things that might offend you. But
Don't listen to this.
can't wait till you listen.
Yeah, don't.
If
do
you're
it.
18 and up.
Don't do it.
If you're 18 and
Yeah.
up.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another podcast episode. This is Jorge.
Shizom.
What's up, everybody? It's Eric.
So this week we're going to go over the famous case of D.B. Cooper.
Dun, dun, dun.
I love this one.
It's
This
so
is going to be a
good.
good
I
one.
love this one.
It's very good.
Honestly, the dude with the glasses.
I
and
know.
all
Dude,
that shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love all like
So
the
great.
video reenactments of it
Yeah.
too. It's like he's always got the glasses
Yeah.
on.
Surprisingly, when I was doing research for this, a lot of people don't know about this episode.
Really?
Or this,
It's probably
mystery.
like just maybe people of our generation, and now like
Yeah.
all the young bucks are like, "It's DB Cooper. I can't find it on my on my iPhone."
Even my wife didn't know about it. I was so disappointed.
Oh God, damn it!
That's right. This is a case that the FBI referred to as one of the great unsolved mysteries in FBI history. The day is Wednesday, November 24th, 1971. This is the day before Thanksgiving.
Damn, it's genius.
A man by the name of Dan Cooper bought a $20 one-way ticket.
God, God,
20 bucks.
Whoa, God, I want to go back in time.
Man, the good old
Seriously.
days of
I
flying.
know, seriously.
Jeez.
He got on a flight for Northwest Orient Airlines, and he paid cash, $20 cash.
Sure.
I love it.
Ballin'.
Where was he going? Northwest Orient? Like, where the fuck was he going?
So he was flying from Portland, Oregon to Seattle, Washington.
What?
Yeah.
That's the shortest flight on the
Like a
planet.
17-minute flight.
The man had a plan. Come on, now. You'll see. Dan Cooper was described as being in his mid-40s. He's wearing black business suit. He has a black rain, type overcoat. He's got a white shirt, black tie, very
He's
men
like
in black.
So he's like Neo.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
I picture him as like a hipster.
Yeah,
Like the tie's flat. You know what I mean? It's like a black flat
bottom.
Skinny
Yeah,
black tie.
skinny
And
tie,
he's
yeah.
got like a corsage on. Like, what?
So the guy had a dark briefcase and a paper bag, but before the plane took off, because this is back in the day, you can still,
smoke cigs.
yeah, smoke and
Yeah.
order drinks and shit. And so this guy ordered a bourbon and a soda, and he was sitting in seat 18C.
What a legend. Bourbon and soda before this. What a G.
So after the plane had taken off, a little after 3 p.m., Cooper handed the stewardess a note. At first, she put it in her pocket without looking at it, but then Cooper said, "Miss, you better look at that note. I have a bomb."
It was like, it's my number.
I have a bomb.
I have a bomb.
A bomb.
So he told her that the bomb was in the briefcase, and he asked her to sit next to him. Sit right here,
Yeah,
honey.
come here, baby, right on my lap.
Weird.
I know, right?
Strange.
I
But
know.
like nobody else in the plane's like, this is totally normal. This is completely normal.
I would assume that she did like a double take.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Come on.
Like, are you serious?
No, that's so nice. of you,
Well,
bro.
back in the day, like the stewardesses were
hot.
well, like,
Yeah.
like you know, like, no, I bet they got hit on a lot.
Oh,
For
for
sure.
sure.
You know what I mean? So it was
It's like the
this guy.
It's a
trying to-
Mad Men era.
Yeah,
Like, you know,
yeah.
you're like,
He's got
Exactly.
a bourbon. He's trying to Thanksgiving.
He's
Chill.
trying to Thanksgiving.
Gobble gobble.
He's trying to Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
All right. So he opens the briefcase. He shows her the dynamite sticks.
Oh, that's what it was?
It was actually
Dynamite?
sticks of dynamite? Oh,
Yeah.
wow. This is super old school.
So it's got a bunch of wires,
It's kind of
dynamite.
ghetto.
I know, it's like a hood.
It's kind of ghetto.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's like a Molotov cocktail.
This is 1971. True. Come on now.
True. It's not like a C4.
I know. It's supposed
like
like
thing.
come
Yeah.
on, like
Before
a
any
nuclear
secu-
weapon.
Before any security in the airport, obviously. Yeah. After that, Cooper asked the stewardess to write down what he was saying and to take this to the captain. So he said, I want $200,000.
It's such a small. He's like, I want $300.
I know, right?
Like,
But I bet that's was this 71?
1971.
71. So I bet that's
inflation. It's probably about $1 million.
Yeah,
Yeah,
$1 million.
about $1 million.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, I mean, he also was planning to, well, you'll see, but you got to carry it, right? So
It's
you're
great
not going to
point.
ask for
It's-
$10
yeah.
million.
It's heavy as fuck.
Yes. That's a lot of money. But, so check this out.
Isn't there an Austin Powers joke about, or some fucking thing where it's I want $1 million and it's super small looking,
It's
or like they
this.
open the briefcase and they're like that's pretty
That's it?
unimpressive. Yeah. So maybe.
Oh, yeah, I
maybe,
do remember that. So he says, I want $200,000 by 5 p.m. in cash, put it in a knapsack.
What?
Fucking knapsack.
Hold
Look,
on.
knapsack.
What the fuck is a knapsack?
It's like a fucking backpack.
It's a sack that you nap in, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody knows
Yeah,
this.
but if I texted you and I was like, "Hey, can I borrow your
Yeah, but
knapsack?" What
I-
would you?
Are you
I would
texting him
text
in
you back, like,
1971?
what the fuck are you talking about? Like,
I feel like it's a stick. You know, Huckleberry Finn.
I would send you my daughter's sleep sack. That's what I would give you.
sleep sack.
So he says, I want 2 back parachutes and 2 front parachutes. So he's got 4
Just
parachutes.
in case, like just to be like super prepared. Like,
So, well, I thought about that, and he's probably asking for that so they can also not fuck with the shoots, right? He's like,
ooh,
right?
They
Like-
can't fuck 4 of them. Up.
exactly, because they're. What if he's going to take some?
Ooh, hostages.
Hostages or whatever,
Genius. That's a
What's
genius.
the difference between a front pack and a backpack?
Well, the one goes off
Obviously
in the front, and the one
and
goes.
back.
Yeah,
Is that it?
That's the difference, Eric.
That's it.
That's why it's a
That's
front
it?
and a,
Alright.
and a back.
Okay.
Hence the name. Sorry.
So he also said, when we land, I want a fuel truck ready to refuel. And he says, no funny stuff, or I'll do the job.
No funny business.
I wonder how many people. I wonder how many people were on the plane.
That's a very obscure question, but that's interesting.
Well, I just mean like because it sounds like he is gonna land, get his money, and then take off.
Oh,
again,
yeah,
right?
sure.
So there was 36 people, by the way.
Oh,
36
okay.
hostages.
Okay, there you
Yep.
go. Good data. Good
Yeah,
data,
because
good data.
you'll see here in a second what happens after they land. But here's one strange detail: is that Cooper asked for the $200,000 in only $20 bills.
that makes
why?
it way more.
I don't know.
maybe they don't mark 20s.
I was gonna say maybe 20s are like
Yeah.
not. The feds don't have like the 20s on lockdown yet at this
Yeah.
time.
Interesting.
All right, so the flight landed in Seattle, and then Cooper exchanged the 36 passengers.
Oh, so he traded.
Exactly.
I got it.
So
Okay, I
so
get it
so the
now.
note goes up to the pilots, I guess, or whatever, and he's like, "Here's what I want when we land." Right.
Yeah.
So when they land, the 36 passengers get off the plane, and then the money and the parachutes come on. Cooper,
Oh, he let them off first. Oh.
yeah, he let them off. So, which is another.
What's a weird thing?
Yeah.
Blow
So
your-
now,
nice
like,
guy.
no,
He's a
but I'm
nice
saying
guy.
like
Yeah,
I would
he's
have
a nice
like
guy.
not send the money, but
Yeah.
like blow
Nice
yourself
guy.
up.
He's a nice guy. Yeah, he's a cool dude.
So I
bro.
guess he still has a couple of hostages because the pilots didn't get off.
Oh yeah, okay,
Okay.
that makes
Sure,
sense.
this is
He's
only
gotta
the
fly.
passengers
Yeah,
get
That
off.
makes
he's
sense,
gotta
okay.
fly. Yeah.
He did keep the crew, a couple of crew members too. So the crew members and the
The hot stewardess.
stewardess.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
Eric
Yeah.
knows what's up. Yeah.
What is it, Sandra?
He's like, I'm gonna need 20 minutes with no passengers in the plane.
Dance.
That's right.
Dance for me.
Give me some of the 20s. I'm gonna need a few of the 20s.
It's like True Lies.
Yeah.
making it rain with 20s.
Do some more. Do it slowly. Do it.
What a great
Do
movie.
some more.
What a good movie.
Oh man. Okay, so the plane takes off. They're headed for Mexico City. Okay, and then he asked for the plane to stay below 10,000 feet.
Oh, because he wants to jump where there's oxygen still
Exactly.
there.
I looked it up. That's the average skydiving.
This guy planned
it's 10 to 15,000.
This guy planned it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he planned it.
You ever skydive?
Obviously.
Yeah, I did.
You did, right?
I did.
You did?
It was amazing. It was
I still want to do that.
the scariest thing is just the plane. It's not
Going
jumping.
up?
It's not jumping out. It's just in the plane.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm strapped
It's like loud as
I'm
fuck
strapped to a very large man.
It's like a warehouse.
And I'm like,
yeah.
okay.
That's got to be
And
weird.
he's like talking to
You're
my
like
ear. He's
sitting
like,
on his lap.
He's like, hopefully I packed the chute right. I'm like,
Fuck off. Did he
dude, I'm
say
like,
that?
I'm like, dude, yeah.
Oh, that's
And it's
a
like,
1-star review.
It's him
Yeah,
and his,
no, I heard they all say
him
shit
and his
like
buddy
that.
are also
Yeah.
doing it. And I'm like, yeah, I paid you for this.
Yeah. What a bad joke.
I know. They're
Dick.
terrible. And
No,
then,
that's what they all. All right. So during the second half of the flight, Cooper put on a pair of dark wraparound sunglasses with dark rims. That's what would later become like that
the
famous
iconic.
sketch.
Yeah.
A little after 8 p.m., when the plane was somewhere between Seattle and Reno, Nevada, Cooper jumped out of the rear doors of the Boeing 727 with 2 of the parachutes and the money, never to be seen again.
Ooh.
So
Seattle to Reno. Wow, that's a big.
that's a big area
That's a
to
big
cover,
gap.
man.
Yeah.
And it's like
Exactly.
mostly
Yeah.
like just like desolate wasteland. Like,
No. It's very
Well, in
wooded.
Nevada,
It's very
obviously
wooded.
in the Seattle area, it's wooded, but I'm talking about like the Nevada area.
And we don't know exactly where he jumped.
Exactly.
Interesting.
We just know that it was about that time or about that, area there. So
Yeah.
one thing that is worth noting is that Cooper took off his black JCPenney clip-on tie before jumping.
It was a clip on. He's
Really?
a total hipster.
And he just like threw it in the back of the plane or something?
Yeah, so
Slap
Oh, so they
pilot.
have it. Oh, they
the
have
FBI
it.
recovered that, and that's how they were able to get some DNA off of it.
Oh, this should look like a museum. Like the
Interesting.
clip-on tie.
Interesting. Yeah.
I love it from JCPenney's too.
Yeah.
Plug JCPenney's.
But he kept the sunglasses on, the Ray-Bans.
Apparently,
Yeah.
Were they
We
Ray-Bans?
are the
All they
men in
found-
black.
all they found was the tie. That's it, and the extra 2 parachutes, I guess.
Oh, yeah. So he took the front and the back one?
He took the front and the back one.
and then just left the other one because it was like it's
That's
a
actually
ploy.
a smart move,
It was like
right?
a ploy.
Yeah,
He was
smart
like wanted
move.
to like confuse them.
Yeah,
So hold on. So real quick. So he took a front parachute, a back parachute, and then $200,000 in cash, probably in a duffel bag.
exactly.
Oof, he was going heavy.
Yeah, it's going deep.
Like,
I wonder if that was like one bag, 2 big
it's
bags.
probably one bag.
dude, one bag.
It's one bag.
Even
Well, 20s,
it's in
though.
20s.
20s.
It's still one bag, bro.
How much is a
200 G's in 20. Like,
How much is one of those stacks?
dude, here's this.
Well,
you can't-
20s or
no,
20s?
you guys can't see my hand, but 10 G's in a hundos is about an inch.
Yeah,
So you think 20s? You got to multiply that by 5. So about
So it's
5
only-
inches. So
So there's just 5 of them.
that's
And-
10.
and that's
yeah.
10 Gs?
That's 10
Okay.
G's. So 20,
20 of them.
25 inch
One bag.
stacks. One bag. It's one bag.
Yeah, one bag. Yeah.
all right. So you could do it.
Yeah.
one bag
Easily.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So once they got the DNA sample from the tie, basically the story jumps into the investigation that was launched to identify this guy who's calling himself Dan Cooper. The case was called NORJAC, and it stands for Northwest Hijacking.
Yeah.
And basically this goes on for decades.
Yeah. They still haven't figured it out.
They still have
No.
it. Yep.
Yeah.
So
Crazy.
the plane was intensely searched for evidence. Desperate to find Cooper's identity, there was an extra interest in these $20 bills because the FBI had released the serial numbers of the bills stolen by Cooper.
Oh, so they do have the serial
logged them.
numbers.
Yeah.
They
Oh, yeah.
logged all of
And
them.
see, people don't understand. It's like
man.
every time they ask for money, like they're not dumb. They like know exactly where the money's coming from. So like that way, if he goes to a bank or something to deposit
Yeah.
it,
Right.
they can read the numbers. He's done.
Sidebar. Can you imagine the guy who had to log them?
Oh, that's like the worst, like the worst job in the world. And like this is in the 70s, so he's getting paid like $1 an hour.
Jonathan, are you done with the bills?
He's like, I'm on like the 99,000th bill. I'm sorry. Like,
There's no scanners back then. No, he literally wrote it down with a pencil.
and they also
my
say it's a
God.
pencil. It's like whittled down to the
what a
numb.
nightmare.
The eraser's like destroyed. He's like,
What
fuck.
a nightmare.
All right,
Sorry,
so
Tom.
fast forward to 1980, 9 years after the Coopers escape. There's a young boy that found this like rotted package, and it's filled with the $20 bills that match the ransom money serial numbers.
Why would he turn that in? What a fucking idiot.
I know, right?
I would have been like going straight to the dollar store, like
But they
balling
were like fried though, right?
Well, yes,
He couldn't
and
go
he only
spend them.
and he only found $5,800.
Oh,
So it's not like the
that's a
whole
stack.
thing.
Nah, yeah, that's probably a stack.
One stack.
That's a little stack,
Yeah.
little stackaroo. Fell out.
He found him on some beach called Tina Bar while making a campfire with his dad. And this is what the little boy said. He says, I was 8 years old. I was on vacation with my parents on February 10th, 1980. So this is 9 years later, I guess, right?
Yeah.
And then he's like, I found $5,800 of the ransom money along the banks of the Columbia River. It's near Vancouver, Washington. So that gives you an idea.
Oh, so super up there.
So maybe it like hit the river
Super
though and
up
like
there.
went down the river.
That's one
Yeah.
theory.
Yeah.
Yep. Because
And I
Yeah.
love
Wait,
he
wait,
knew it
this
because
is-
he counted
this
that
is a
money.
s-
He counted like
hell yeah.
5,800. He counted all
this
those
is
bills.
a super dumb question. Does the water go up or does it go down?
What?
like the
Like on
current.
in that part of the world, does the current go
That's
north
actually a good question.
or south? Meaning
Oh, if it runs up to Vancouver,
like-
okay.
yeah.
Not Vancouver. Why did I say Vancouver?
Vancouver, Washington.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay,
It has
thank
to
you.
go up because there was a part of the story that
Right.
I think one of the FBI agents said that one of the theories was that it did go
It
up
wa-
with the current.
so there's a possibility it could have been south
Yeah.
where it
And-
landed.
yeah, where he
Yes.
was.
Yeah,
And then it went
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Curious.
So the guy, the little boy says that they were even going to throw it into the fire for some reason. And then his uncle, like, no.
I'm going to say that. God, wow. Who are these people?
Way to go, Uncle.
Yeah.
If any of you ever
Johnny,
tell me
no.
to throw the money in the fire, like we're ending the podcast. We're done.
Johnny, don't throw the money in the fire.
He's like, you know what? I'll throw it in
Johnny.
my fire in my apartment.
Yeah.
All right. So the discovery would ultimately lead to nothing as the FBI basically searched everywhere and all these different beaches all around the surrounding area, and they didn't find anything else. So
Maybe it was planted.
I'm saying it's interesting that it was like
That's
it
a
was just
theory.
you said it was like sent a package. Like
Strange.
if all the money was in a bag, why is this like 558 hundo in a package?
exactly.
So,
like, did
it
it
was
fucking
in
like
something?
Did,
Yeah, it said it was like a little pack. He said it was like a package.
Yeah, it was-
like in plastic or something.
like or paper or something. I don't know.
Yeah. All right.
No, he just found the bills.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
It was just the bills.
Yeah,
Okay, I
just
thought
the
it was
bills.
like in a package or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, why would it be just that much?
Yeah.
That's weird. He's like, I can part with 50.
That is weird. So maybe jumping off and
He's
everything's
like
flying
he's just
everywhere,
ripping, like going cash out.
whipping stacks.
This is racks.
Racks and stacks.
I know. This is actually the first music video in American times. This guy.
So rad.
So
I
yeah,
love
so
it.
throughout the years, people have been sending letters to the FBI, and some people were confessing, and yeah, it was me.
I am DB Cooper.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, people are just say that.
Yep.
It's them. Why
Anybody-
would somebody?
They want to be
Now-
famous, bro. They want to be
Exactly.
famous.
It was a very famous.
It's intense.
Honestly, you're
attention.
on your deathbed and you're. I'm gonna just make some shit up.
Yep.
Dude, seriously, I'm about to die. I'm like,
About to die.
I am Muhammad Ali. I'm like, what?
I killed Tupac.
I killed too.
They're like, what? And you're like, I'm
Coming
dead.
Coming to a
What a
podcast
weird-
near you.
yeah.
And then
What a
Tupac.
weird urge.
Dude,
Because obviously not all of them are real. So some people are lying.
Right.
most
right?
of them
So
are
what a
lying.
Well,
weird-
they all were looked into.
Yeah. What a
and
weird
none of them
urge.
turned out. So
I just think it's a weird urge to want to lie before you die.
Well,
Just to
we're not
leave.
saying these people
you want
lied
to-
before they died. I'm just
you want to be
saying.
famous? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, in fact, in November 1972, so just about a year later or whatever that, because it was in
71,
November it
71,
happened.
yeah,
So it was
yeah.
1 year later. Two guys, one named Donald Sylvester, and the other guy was Murphy, were taken into federal custody on charges of extortion for impersonating Cooper and selling his tell-all story to the tabloids.
What? That's so hilarious.
So dumb.
You go to prison for lying that you're
Yes.
about a story about a dude.
Idiots,
So
man.
dumb.
That's like the worst way to go to prison.
There were about 800 suspects that were considered over the first, 5 years in the investigation.
800.
800 people
It's
that
just
they
like,
looked into.
I would hate to be one of the detectives on this. I'm like, oh,
know.
fucking kill me.
Also,
Like,
it was only 200 G's.
that's what I'm saying. It's like
Yeah.
no money.
I mean,
That's a lot of money
it
back
sounds
then,
like,
though.
yeah, I guess.
I know,
so.
but like
back
now
then.
I'm like, I'll live for like
Yeah.
1.2 years.
Yeah.
But also, they're looking like fools because the
totally.
you
The
know?
FBI,
So
the
they have to
FAA,
stay on it.
All of them.
Yeah, all of them.
All of them.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Makes sense.
Good point.
So out of the 800 suspects, all but 24 were eliminated from consideration. And
Okay.
one pretty cool fact is that the initials DB, they actually don't have any relevance to the case. Yep, the
It was
FBI.
media.
Yes, exactly.
But
It was like one of the. It
what's
was
the B?
it was just one of the reporters that got it wrong.
Oh no!
He just like started. He just posted that out there.
and it became like it just stuck.
No, it just
just
shows
stuck,
like
exactly.
just shows how like media can change
just like-
history.
Welcome to telephone.
You know what I mean?
The
Yeah.
telephone
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
So the name was pretty off, apparently. Well, they don't know for sure, but right. But,
The
But for sure, his description and like his sketch and all that's been confirmed. Like several people that were on the plane.
Do you know where actually on his ticket, for example, was it?
It was Dan Cooper.
Okay, so that's where the data comes from.
That's
right?
the real.
On the
actual
ticket,
name
he wrote
is
his
Dan
name.
Cooper. Yeah.
Okay.
So the charge against Cooper was originally air piracy. But
Ooh, wow, what a cool, fuck the
that's
best,
pretty cool.
the best charge ever. Like,
But
air
that-
pirate.
But that only has 5 years statutes of limitations.
Oh,
So
so
No
he
way.
can come back into life
Is
and like
that
they
true?
can't get him.
yes. So they changed it to he violated this thing called the Hobbs Act.
Oh, okay, they just made up some bullshit.
Yeah, they found
They're like,
Yeah.
That's
Let's
insane.
charge him with this other
They're
shit.
like,
insane.
he's
You know
a
why?
terrorist.
You know what?
Terrorizer.
If we default on a credit card, it's 6 years. Statute of limitations.
Really?
Yeah, so that's insane that air piracy is
It's
less.
5. It's like, I can't wait to be an air pirate.
All right. So before we jump into the conspiracy theories and suspects, basically, I wanted to point out that the pilot, he told the officials that he himself chose the route for when the plane took off, not Cooper. So he was the one.
He's like, I know where to fly.
Exactly.
So he said to go to Mexico?
Well, no. So Cooper did request Mexico City, but the pilot is the one that was, taking the actual
path.
route. Yeah, the route.
Well,
or
he
the
can just
path.
tell him anything he wants to. He's like, yes, Mexico City, whatever you said. He just turned the plane around.
Yeah, but one of the things is that there's a conspiracy that there was some accomplice with him.
Oh, maybe the pilot was in. He was like, this is the route I took him. Trust me.
Yeah, that makes more.
They're like, sir,
Well, the
we see
pilot
your
was
bank
cleared.
account. Your bank account just got $1,000.
20s.
20. It's like 20.
Pilot was cleared? Is that what you said?
The pilot was cleared, so there was no accomplice there. So as far as conspiracy theories,
Yeah.
What are the co-pilot?
Yeah.
yeah,
Or the stewardess. It's the stewardess.
Yeah.
He was actually boning her.
sit right here, baby.
I
Sit in
know.
my
It's
lap.
like, so she's like, okay.
So the first suspect that I wanted to get into, his name was Richard Floyd McCoy.
He sounds like
Great
a.
name.
He sounds like a fucking Western
Great
villain.
name.
Yeah, that is a good
McCoy.
name.
Richard
Yeah.
Floyd
McCoy.
McCoy.
His name Dick McCoy.
Dick was one of the favorite suspects of the FBI. 5 months after the Coopers escaped, the FBI arrested Dick
McCoy.
for hijacking an airplane.
Ooh.
And when examined McCoy's heist, it definitely was similar to the Cooper heist. So, like Cooper, McCoy hijacked a plane, parachuted off of it. McCoy jumped out of the back rear, so like the staircase or whatever, right? Just like Cooper.
Yeah.
And so he was using the same tactics and
Yeah,
antics
so
or
he's
whatever,
like,
right?
this guy's got to go. I'm going to do that.
So also like Cooper, McCoy requested 4 parachutes, which is another thing that's similar. And so he was just calm during the whole thing. And he passed notes to the flight attendants too, claiming that he had a bomb. So it's like pretty
the
much
exact
everything.
same, like, it's like
exactly.
verbatim.
So this was after?
This was after.
Oh, so he's like a copycat.
So you might have copied it.
Yeah, a little
Exactly.
You
copycat.
might have
Yeah.
copied it.
Exactly. Anyway, so yeah, McCoy was eventually found out that he was home with his family during the Cooper
Accomplices.
Yeah.
flight.
Okay. Sounds
So
like
it couldn't have been him. He's
yeah,
not
sounds
Cooper.
like he watched it on TV and he was like, "That's a great idea." He
And
got
he's
away
like,
with
I
it.
could
He
do
got
this.
away with
Let's
it.
roll.
Yeah, if he got it,
Yeah.
I could get away with it.
I'm gonna do this on spring break.
I know, then I'll hit.
That's what it sounds
Then I'll go
like.
back to college and be the fucking. I'll be the shit.
Ain't no thing. It's
All
called-
the beers on me.
It's called an alibi.
I'll buy the beer.
The second guy, his name was Dwayne Weber. He claimed to be DB Cooper on his deathbed.
Oh,
So here's
it's one
the guy-
of those.
it's
yeah,
one of those
it's one of
guys.
those.
Fucking
Yeah.
liar.
So he tells his wife, Joe.
Hey Joe.
Yeah. she claims that in the last hour of his death, Dwayne pulled her close and said, quote, "I have a secret to tell you.
Pulled her close.
I'm Dan Cooper."
And she's like,
Really?
what?
That's what he said.
And he's like, I got another family, bitch. I'm sorry. Like, I got 3 other
Dude,
kids.
So weird. Now, but I still can't grasp why somebody would do that if it was not true.
I know, because it's like you have
It's
nothing
so
to gain if it's a
yeah,
lie.
like,
It's just like,
I mean, I guess if you're fuck it, I'm out.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
just
he's
say
about to
anything.
die.
Yeah, I did nothing in my life,
well,
so
see,
I'm gonna make a
I'm
legacy.
gonna pull Eric close. I'm like, Eric, come close, come closer. And I'm like, I've never liked you.
Yeah.
I've been friends with you for 56 years. Fucking hate you.
No, but that's one thing to say something, an opinion about somebody. It's another thing to be,
I'm a
yeah,
different
I
human.
hijacked a plane and stole the money.
Yeah.
What if,
Yeah,
what if she's
it's
like, well, why are we
crazy.
still in debt?
It's
Like,
crazy.
where's the 200
I know, it's
G's?
crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Well, where's the
I'm
fucking
still
200
weird.
G's?
She's like, I'm still paying off your Oldsmobile.
So weird.
So the wife basically started kind of, getting in
yeah.
her head and started reminiscing, started going over all these apparently clues that she started putting, these things together. And she's like, well, maybe it is him. Because apparently he would have nightmares where he would sleep talk about like leaving fingerprints on the plane.
Ooh. I mean, because no one plays the long game like that. Like he's not mapping this out as, all right, I'm gonna talk about the fingerprint.
It's so ridiculous.
It's like,
Dude, the last
switch the samples. The samples.
the last talking in my sleep, I was having a martini with an elephant, and this dude's like talking about a major.
Yeah.
It's like just absurd. All right,
fingerprints.
keep going. Yeah,
Apparently he also had a knee injury, which he claimed he got jumping out of a plane.
that makes
Number
sense.
2.
Well,
And-
was his wife like, where was the plan? What the fuck did you do?
People are crazy.
People are insane.
Yeah.
I realize that now.
And then apparently also his handwriting was reportedly found in a library book about D.B. Cooper.
A library book. That's how they got him. The fucking remember the library card, the card that goes into the thing. And it's like when you check it out. Oh my god.
He supposedly this guy also took the wife to the spot where the money was found.
What?
Before it was found. Yes, that's what she says.
They made sweet love on the rock where they left the 58 handout.
This chick.
But apparently the FBI looked into it all and
And they're like, Joe, shut up.
you fake. You fake fuck.
What actually happened was he was, I love you, babe. And Joe's like, he said he's D.B. Cooper. Because she's still alive.
Dude,
I can get
one day when we have 12 billion listeners, I want to get somebody from the FBI on here
Dude, yeah.
to find out how many people are bullshit.
Hell yeah.
How many people go into
Like,
the
what
FBI?
are the
and
statistics of
I
like
killed Abe Lincoln. You know what I mean? How many of them? Because there's
There's gotta be so many.
Hell yeah.
So many.
Especially nowadays, there's so many crazies. man.
Oh, dude, on the text line.
Yeah.
Anyways.
We need mind hunters. We need those
Ooh.
dudes. We need those two
What is
bros.
It's, dude,
What?
we'll get into that later.
I'm going to email you.
We'll get into that
whole
later.
Dissertation. You need to watch that.
Hell yeah.
Mind
and they need to
hunters.
pay us for this
Yeah.
plug.
Mind hunters.
So
Yeah.
we're going to reach out to their
Yeah.
people for this.
After the fact.
Honestly.
Yeah.
You owe me, bitch.
And retrospectively, you owe me cash.
All right, let's get into number 3, final suspect. His name was Kenneth Christensen. The theory began when Lyle Christensen, so he's the brother of Kenneth Christensen.
Okay, I was like, what?
Yeah, so it's Lyle and Kenneth. Kenneth is the guy, right? So Lyle, the brother, saw an episode of Unsolved Mysteries, and then he became convinced that his brother was D.B. Cooper. Lyle, he made a deathbed confession. Here goes another guy.
Oh, my God.
Another one. So he confessed on his deathbed that his brother Kenneth was basically the guy, D.B. Cooper.
Yeah.
Right? He's like, this is what he said, quote, "There's something you should know, but I cannot tell you."
No way.
That's all he said.
Really?
Yeah. So anyways,
That's it?
That's it. That was his confession, apparently. That's what,
He's like, my brother's
Yeah.
D.B. Cooper. That's it.
That's
like,
it.
There's no facts. There's
That's
no like.
it.
He's in like a treasure trove of like evidence.
And this is like one of the top 3 guys. So like that tells you like how little
They had nothing.
leads
They had nothing. Yeah, they
Apparently
had
this guy
nothing.
fucking jumped out of nowhere and disappeared. So let's move on to the last theory here. And so this comes from Special Agent Larry Carr,
Love him.
FBI agent.
He sounds like a legend.
Yeah. So he thinks that D.B. Cooper did not survive the fall. I think a lot of people think that.
Yeah.
But here's why.
It's super probable. Like,
Yeah. So check it out. He says that we originally thought Cooper was an experienced jumper. There is a theory out there that this guy was military, parachuter.
yeah, he was a fucking SEAL.
Yeah, yeah. Jason Bourne.
I know, right? Like,
No, I mean, if you were in the FBI, you have to narrow it down by category.
oh,
so,
for
like,
sure.
you go,
yeah.
like meaning it's a process of elimination to go from 10 million people to
Well, they try to
maybe
like
100.
they try to like personality kind of divide it, and it's obviously if you are an ex-military guy, you're going to act different than a civilian Joe right now, and this guy's going to be like off the grid, like
yeah.
But after all the investigation they did, they just said that they concluded that it's simply not true. They basically couldn't figure it out. In other words.
Wow.
It's simply we don't know.
So
Yeah.
a couple reasons why he thinks this is because Cooper jumped carrying 2 parachutes, right? Remember that?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But only one of them was a functioning parachute.
Why?
Oh, the
They
FBI
fucked with it.
trolled him.
Yes.
Oh, that sucks.
That's so dicky.
That's super dicky.
So one parachute was functioning. The other one was a training parachute. Apparently, it was sewn shut.
Okay.
So he couldn't have used that one. So he had to use the other one. But the other one was a military chute. So it's the kind that you can't steer. It's just
Oh, you just
kind of breaks your fall.
You're
I guess,
going
right?
wherever you're going.
Parachuter style, or not? What's it called? Paratrooper style. Or
Yeah,
whatever, right?
that's old World War One. Please don't drop me on the tree.
So, this guy, Agent Carr, was saying that no experienced parachutist would have jumped in the pitch black in the rain with 200-mile-an-hour winds in his face. And this guy was wearing, like, nothing special.
He's wearing
Yeah.
a fucking black
It's
suit.
not like he was ready to fucking live out in the woods. You know, he wasn't dressed like that or anything. So
I mean, he took his clip on off.
yeah.
I mean, so he was ready.
Yeah, he's
See,
ready.
when I take my clip on, when I turn my
See,
hand,
when I turn my hat around.
turn my hat around,
turn my
yeah.
hat around.
It's like a light switch.
Yeah.
exactly. I
So
watch
you gotta,
that
you gotta,
movie. Thank you.
You got to remember where this guy jumped from, where he jumped off, or at least that big area that they were talking about. And it's basically a big, just wooded area. There's nothing
It's the
there.
Pacific Northwest.
Yeah,
You know, it's
and
no
all
visibility.
woods. It's
And
all
dude,
mountains. and
Those
woods.
trees will impale you. Dude,
Yeah.
Those trees are no fucking joke.
Yeah, and apparently there was a cloud cover, and so he's jumping in the dark. There's
Can't steer.
can't steer.
It's just like-
You can't see
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Dude.
So basically the theory just says that the guy just fell somewhere,
toast.
died. They
Fucking
couldn't find
nuked.
him, and that's that. But here's the weird part, I guess, is they never found the bills. They never found the parachute. They never obviously found him. Which fine, he could be dead somewhere,
But still, it's been 50 years. Like, you gotta find something.
something
Like,
exactly,
anything. Like,
exactly.
it's
like
been fucking 50 years.
they were up there with
shit. Like,
they were up there with the choppers, looking, and they never found again the parachute at least.
I know,
like-
or any sort of fragment or garment or anything.
Yeah. So that's the final thing, and basically the FBI just searched for DB Cooper for fucking decades. One of the longest, most exhaustive investigations in history, and as of 2011, the FBI case file covered more than 1,000 suspects. So they basically just closed the deal now. It's done.
It's done. They stopped
They gave
caring.
up.
It's closed?
They gave up. Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
close it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So there's a couple of theories. What do you guys
What's
think
crazy
happened?
is DB Cooper took the world by storm.
Yeah,
It-
still.
It was like a cool
Still a legend.
story. The
Still
guy
a
with the
legend.
thing and the
people-
glasses, and he's that bourbon. The whole story is rad.
It's so insane that you love it. It's almost those movies where you get the villain where you're kind of rooting for him. You're like, I'm like rooting for him.
Yeah.
Like
He was nice. He let the guys go.
I want
let them all go.
want him to be in a cabin right now, sitting
Man
there
just
like
wanted to get paid.
he like $200,000 worth of whiskey.
So the FBI basically now has said that this was one of the longest, most exhaustive, investigations in their whole history. It's gone on for 45 years already,
Jesus.
It's insane.
and they finally gave up.
insane.
They just
It's
closed
like,
it off.
fuck it.
In
Like,
when was it? Finally closed it in 2016.
dude, I bet you the government, the FBI, spent $18 million in this investigation for a $200,000 heist.
Totally.
Like,
At least
like,
the amount that they gave away. You know what I mean? Yeah.
What, the 200 grand?
Meaning that they spent it in resources to try to figure it
Oh,
out.
dude,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
all for just a
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Who's
DB Cooper might be listening to this.
If he is,
I wonder
we'd
how old
love
he-
to have
how
his
old is
So
Would
if
he
he was
be?
40 in 71,
Right.
That
That's
means
right.
he's-
let's just
that's
say
right.
he was 40, because the picture
he was
looks like
40.
he was like 40.
That means he's 91 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fat chance.
Yeah.
Dude,
So
he-
odds
or-
are that he's not around.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he's on his deathbed and he wants to give us a final confession on
Another deathbed guy.
live on the
So-
podcast.
So Jorge,
DB Cooper.
what do you think happened?
I think he got away with it.
Really?
I do.
Hmm.
I do. I don't think there was you got to think this is 1971. There's not
Yeah.
a lot of technology like we have now. Face
No.
No
recognition.
face,
all
there's
this
still
bullshit, right?
there's still like IG.
Yeah.
Someone's like snapping a pic
Yeah.
of him. Like,
Yeah.
And he got through security fine, and
Yeah, well, they were checking
false
shit.
name
There was no
under
security.
a false name, and you just write it down. You throw down a $20 bill.
Oh yeah, and they're like,
Yeah.
done.
And he originally said he's like, take me to Mexico City.
Yeah.
So maybe he had in his mind, he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna go retire in Mexico.
Dude, 200 G's in Mexico in the 70s. He's like a bajillionaire.
He's still got money.
It's like infinity dollars. Like
What's crazy is he walked through security with a suitcase
full of dynamite.
There was no security.
There was
back
no security.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
just walk up to the gate.
Yeah,
Remember
that's
when
true.
you used to go meet your family at the gate?
then.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my God,
great.
those are the days.
Beautiful.
Like,
Yeah.
That shit's gonna
Love
be like
Actually.
I'm gonna read
wait,
that
that
in-
was later.
No, they were still meeting at the gates though.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
but the thing is, like, that's gonna be in the history books. Like, 200 years ago, they used to meet their family at the gate. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
What do you think? What do you think? What do you
I
think
think that motherfucker got impaled by like a pine tree.
And he just died.
Dude. I think,
And then nature got him.
dude, it's if he didn't die on impact, he's in the middle of. He's got money doesn't make fires and get you food.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure maybe okay. Let's say since they haven't found any of the evidence, maybe he didn't get land in a tree, but got down and was like, yeah, I did it, and then like died in some fucking ravine. Maybe some
So
sort
you
of
think the
cave
money's
system.
out there?
With him? It's probably like
With his-
turned
with
to
his
ash.
skeleton?
It's like disintegrated.
We
Yeah,
should
but-
go.
but
It's
how
like
do
the
you-
Goonies.
We should go.
It's like- we
So,
should go.
so then the
if it's-
5800 that they found, what? It just fell off
Yeah.
while he was
I think
parachuting?
it probably just like flew out,
Natural
From the
chaos.
knapsack? From the zipper?
from the knapsack. I think it was the knapsack. The knapsack let it out. Yeah.
So then he didn't. If he did survive, then what you're saying is he didn't even have any money.
No, maybe say he's going through the forest and shit, and he passes through the river and like some cash falls out. He's like shit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then it floats downstream and it
Okay.
goes up and they find it there, but then he just dies of
Yeah,
like
like, say-
nature. He's not.
Hunger.
He's
Could've
not
let some
fucking
fucking
Bear
bear-
Grylls.
Yeah, he could have
Yeah.
broke his leg and then he's just stuck there.
True.
You know what I mean? You're just stuck there.
And you're
then
toast.
and then
And
eventually
then
you
the
just die.
infection
Yeah.
kills you. Yeah.
Yeah.
What a
They've never
miserable
found
death.
anything. I mean, I know it's a huge.
I know.
Dude, there's so much space. Like
It is.
they're not gonna like
There's so
canvas
much
that
space.
over 200.
I think we underestimate how much space there is.
Dude, it is.
Like
Maybe we're underestimating how much resources were put into this.
No,
too.
listen,
Like,
Jorge,
they
just to,
fucking looked everywhere.
just to give you a concept,
That's
it's
true.
like in the Amazon, there was a giant, massive civilization. This massive civilization, and they've only found like one of the things, but there's a thing called lidar. But they shoot this radar signal down into the forest base.
Oh yeah.
And they,
I
dude,
know what you're talking about.
there's fucking
Yeah.
hundreds and hundreds of, dude, there was millions of people there.
Yep.
But
I remember now.
you know,
We don't know much
you walk through the jungle, you can't find
But
shit.
that's different.
You
You're
don't
not
find anything.
searching the Amazon. You're not searching. Like
We're
people
searching
were
the
fucking.
US.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like they were like
searching
really
Seattle.
trying to find this guy,
Yeah.
making the FBI look like an idiot, and you
Yeah.
know they were looking everywhere, and they at least knew kind of where to look. It's not they were fucking looking in
Like
New York.
a grid.
You
They had
know,
they
it's
had
like-
a basic grid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So nothing in 45 years.
But like, who's looking? No one's
one's
looking
tough.
through the fucking forest, bro.
Yeah,
like
it's
no
tough.
one, no one cares that much to like,
Yes, they did, dude. This is one of the fucking biggest cases
Oh.
ever.
Also, you know,
in
the money
FBI
that
history.
they found could have just fallen out of the bag mid parachute.
mid jump,
knapsack.
mid jump.
Yeah,
oh,
he could have.
mid-jump,
He could have
yeah.
gone somewhere way.
Or
different.
maybe he
Yeah.
purposely.
No, but the fucking knapsack is
No, but
is,
here,
is
Jorge,
closed
hear
off.
me out.
It's not gonna like just jump off $5,800.
No, but hear
Just
me,
jumps
hear me out. What
That's true. But what if he hits a?
No, what? Like, listen to me.
All right, go ahead.
He's a smart guy. He clearly planned this out. What if before he jumps, he just like, throws a little brick out, like, bloop, boop, like just those
Like
little.
a deflector,
Like a little
Yeah,
clue.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Throws-
throw these
yeah.
motherfuckers off.
No, that's
Yeah.
like that's why he's like 5,800. He's like, I could part with 5,800.
Yeah.
And just throws 5,800 off and then dips out.
True.
That's
dude,
really
it's not a bad
That'd
idea.
be
Like,
very smart.
Yeah.
That'd be-
I mean, he planned the whole thing out. Fuck.
yeah. Man, I kind of feel like he died.
Me too. I'm on the same.
He just,
page.
like,
No.
He's 100%.
Booms.
Yeah, I kind of feel like he
Like
died.
hit one of the side of the mountain. Just
It's so hard though. I don't really get, really what fucks up the whole thing for me is that the kid found the money.
yeah.
That
10 years
just
later.
doesn't. That just messes it all up for me
Why?
because what happened? There's got to
the
be
rest of it?
more story.
Well, see,
Yeah.
that's like
There's got to be
this is-
more story. We don't
I
even
know. I
Like,
know.
it's
I
like
just,
a,
I think he lived in Mexico.
but also when they write down all the serial
But like,
numbers,
okay.
are those tracked? Like if you go to the
Yeah.
store and you pay for something.
well, like not at the store, but once it gets deposited into the bank, then it gets flagged.
So
Then
he'd
there's
say-
this guy. It came from Sean's convenience store, or whatever.
Yeah.
Let's go talk to him.
Yeah. So let's say Dan made it to Mexico
DB.
Let's just say
But dude, like, you know how far it is from Mexico?
Reno to Mexico.
Dude, walking Reno to Mexico.
Who said he walked?
Yeah, no, you can hitchhike.
Why can't? Yeah.
It's 71.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I probably did hitchhike. Yeah.
I mean, Ted Bundy's out there during that time.
I got two 20s for you, my friend.
So let's say 20.
Twin.
So no, let's
But
just
then
say
eventually it would have been found.
Yeah, I guess so.
So let's just say he
no,
made
because
it
if you
to
use it like a
Mexico.
fucking Publix, they're not gonna they're not scanning the fucking barcode.
No, but the bank will once Publix deposits
Eventually,
that.
Eventually it will get somewhere.
No, because
Yes.
no, but the thing is, back in those days, they would only actually check a large deposit. They wouldn't check if you deposit one $20 bill. They're not like
scan it.
they're not like checking it against the FBI
Nobody
numbers.
deposits a 120. If I pay
Bro,
you $20,
did you live in the 70s, homie? Like, it's 71, $20. That's like your paycheck. That's like a paycheck.
That's true.
So let's say he makes it to Mexico.
Okay.
He made it to Mexico. He's got 195,000 because he
100
lost 5.
No, he's actually got 194 200.
Yeah, 194 2. So then let's say he goes to a hotel and he's like, I'm going to celebrate. Right?
They're not checking shit.
And so then
Mexico
he
didn't
pays,
give a fuck.
no.
he pays $1,000 for all his stuff.
I mean, for what do you buy the hotel?
Bottle service.
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
like he's gonna have a party. Yeah, he's gonna have a little
Soiree,
celebratory
hookers.
thing.
Right.
Wouldn't that money make it back?
To America?
I mean, I
And-
would think so.
The serial numbers are written down.
Right.
No, but the thing is, you don't understand, like, it doesn't work that way. It's not.
doesn't?
Not every time you deposit cash, they're checking serial numbers. Maybe nowadays, now it's digital, and you can just scan the picture and it'll automatically cross-reference it. But back in those days,
Yeah,
they had
the
to
odds
physically
True.
read and match the numbers. So
It's not they had a computer to
No,
just read all these bills.
And the
right?
only you would only do it in a suspicious circumstance. A guy, a
Right.
guy is trying to deposit $100,000. Maybe we should look at the bills because it's a lot of
Especially
cash.
in those days,
It's a
yeah.
lot of cash. If someone
So maybe
deposits
he
like
only did-
$600, they're not going to be able to check the bills.
If he was
Like,
smart, he would have done like $900 deposits.
yeah,
over
like
time.
literally very small deposits. Like, and they, and they would be none the wiser
Yeah,
because
it's like, yeah, it's my job.
Because there's probably a certain number of money that you deposit at the time that like flags like okay like
Nowadays.
just check it.
Yeah.
Just, like,
Nowadays,
just
I don't know
check
about
it.
then.
I don't know.
But
They're
for
not
sure,
gonna-
but for
That's
sure,
tough.
if you go
So-
and spend or go and try to deposit 100 or even 1,000 back then, like,
Right.
that's a lot of money.
Right.
and
Dude,
it's
1,000. Yeah,
suspicious.
they might be.
I watched a documentary on this recently on Netflix, and it was this guy who was convinced that it was a certain guy, and he went and he basically stalked him.
I saw that one.
You saw that one?
Yeah.
He just fucking stalked him for like a
like
year.
this guy thinks it's in present time in like the last
Yes.
10 years or
Yes.
so, right?
No, and he's so convinced. He's like, it's him.
Yeah.
But does he give any facts behind
Yeah,
it?
no,
or,
and
like,
then they like do hidden cameras, and then they go and they're like, "It's you, isn't it?"
and he's, what are you
You're
talking
just like
about?
poking the guy, like
And the guy's
over
like-
and over and over.
He's like, please
And I
leave me
don't really-
alone. Like,
And I dig that he's so confident, but at the same time, I don't really see much evidence.
No, there's
So,
not.
yeah,
No, that's
so-
bullshit.
it's
So
just
it was
this
like-
poor guy.
No,
It's like getting
honestly,
like
that was a waste of time.
I spent like 6 hours watching this. Yeah, and I was like, "What the fuck am I watching? This
I
is
just wasted
Yeah,
my
it
life.
was a
waste
waste
of time.
Waste of my
Yes,
life right
yes.
there.
And it was mainly about him parked in front of his boat.
But see, like, here's the thing: it's like
Ugh.
how. I mean, we should do some stupid shit and get on Netflix.
Yeah,
I mean, it's that easy.
I'm
It's-
in.
Yeah. Anyways,
Anyways,
I think in summary, I don't know. I think I'm torn a little bit on this one.
I think he 100% died. 100%.
I think he could have.
I think he got away.
He could have made it.
He could have, but he
could've.
didn't
He could
because
have
he
made
fucking
it.
died.
I know.
Like,
Fucking DB Cooper, man. If you're out there, you're 91, 92.
dude, I'm $20.
89.
Dude,
Yeah.
$20 said some bum in the middle of the forest found a suit and was dope.
What a great
And it
story.
was like DB suit. Like,
I know. What a great story, though. You know,
Indeed.
Yeah.
Well,
he
guys,
didn't hurt anybody.
I'm not saying
I
he's
dig
cool.
that.
That was a
No,
cool
I
part.
dig that.
I'm not.
I dig that.
Yeah,
he
I'm
didn't
not,
hurt
like,
anybody.
look, he's not a dick.
Yeah.
Like, he's actually a pretty solid dude. Love to have a beer with him if you're still alive.
Mr. Cooper.
All right,
guys.
DB.
Well, hey, we'll catch you guys next time. We're going to have a nice episode for you next one, and catch you on the flip side.
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the show. If you want to reach out to us, please email us at info@theconspiracypodcast.com. You can check us out on Instagram at A Conspiracy Podcast. Also, don't forget to subscribe. You can catch a new podcast almost every week. Just hit the little subscribe button at the top. It's a plus sign. We love show ideas, corrections, hate mail. Thanks a bunch.